Book 2, The Inconsistent Reader here with Part 16 of the Testaments entitled Pearl Girls. Now, last we left Nicole, she was transforming herself into a street urchin named Jade, and she certainly looked the part. Dirty hair, dingy clothes, and Garth let her know, and I quote, "But once you're in Gilead, you'll really have to cut out the swearing. Maybe even let them convert you out of it." Nicole was still nervous about fucking this up, so Garth just reiterates what Ada tells her. If you don't know, just act stupid. The first panhandling spot was a bank that was in the Pearl Girls' walking route. Now, George was posted at another corner a little ways ahead of them so that he could give them a heads up if there was any sign of trouble. The Pearl Girls indeed did show up, and Garth tells her to keep her head down, act high, and pretend she doesn't see them. They came right up to her and asked her if she needed help. Garth says some way harsh things to those girls. Meanwhile, Nicole let their fake concern affect her, and a tear rolled down her cheek. They handed her one of their brochures, and then they left. Nicole was like, "Wait, wasn't I supposed to go with them?" Garth tells her the last time they were too eager, the girl didn't make it past the border. But she shouldn't worry about it because they will definitely be back. They slept under a bridge that night and the next until Garth got in a fight with someone, and then they had to move to the church to sleep. On the fourth night, however, they slept in a cemetery, a freakish cemetery. I'm not superstitious. Yes, I said stupor. But cemeteries are creepy as fuck to me, especially at night. Nicole had to make sure that we knew Garth never tried to take advantage of her. Now, just when Nicole was starting to lose faith that the Pearl Girls were ever coming back, here they came. Garth conveniently left to go get some burgers, and the Pearl Girls came back up to Nicole, Aunt Beatrice and Aunt Dove. "Are you happy?" "No." They looked at her tattoo. "We're glad you know God. And didn't she know Gilead would cherish her as God does?" "Does this man hurt you?" they asked. "Yes." "Does he force you?" "Yes." "Does he sell you?" "No." "Well, the longer you stay with him, the more likely he'll start renting you out to others." That's a creepy thought. "Why are you even with him?" And I quote, "I didn't know where else to go," I said, and I burst into tears. "There was violence at home." "There's never violence in our homes in Gilead," said Aunt Beatrice. Which, we know is untrue, but remember, they're trying to get this girl. Nothing is ever never, right? Anyway, Garth comes back and grabs up Nicole by the tattooed arm, which of course hurt like hell, so her real scream really helped sell this farce. And Aunt Beatrice pulled Garth aside for a brief friendly chat. And when she came back, she told Nicole she was leaving with them. She didn't get to say goodbye to Garth, which made her cry more. Perfect. To which Aunt Dove says, and I quote, "It's all right, you're safe now. Be strong." Which was the kind of thing the refugee women from Gilead were told at Sancticare, except they were going in the other direction. Aunt B told her Garth just sold her to them. He tried to get even more out of her because Jade here was a virgin, and he knew she was worth more to them that way. But he settled for less money. About her being a virgin, Aunt B said, and I quote, "But that's not true what you told us, is it?" I thought fast. "I wanted you to feel sorry for me," I whispered, "so you would take me with you." "We understand," said Aunt Dove, "but from now on, you must tell the truth." So the Pearl Girls take her back to their condo, and Nicole wondered if it was the same one that the other Pearl Girl had died in. Honestly, probably. She decided not to ask and just really tried to keep her mouth shut. They let her shower. Thank God. She was all kinds of gross. They told her not to get that tattoo wet or it might mess it up. She loved their phony concern. And when she got out of the shower, her clothes were gone and replaced with a Pearl Girl dress. And I quote, "But I'm not a Pearl Girl." "The ones who gather the pearls and the pearls who are gathered are all pearls," said Aunt Dove. "They tell her she's safe now. They will keep her safe. They'll smuggle her into Gilead by pretending she was one of the original Pearl Girls that came in. This is how they do things, because," and I quote, "the Canadians can't tell us apart," said Aunt Dove. "We all look the same to them." Now, each night they stayed in that condo, she was locked in the bedroom for the night and never left alone during the day. And after a couple of days, her passport was ready. Aunt Dove's name and stuff with all of Nicole's physical stuff. They went through the border checkpoint with no problems and were soon on a private plane headed to Gilead. When they landed in Gilead, they were greeted by 2 rows of angels dressed in black, and I quote, "Don't look at their faces," she whispered. Then all the men saluted. "Why are they saluting?" "Because my mission was successful," said Aunt Beatrice. "I brought back a precious pearl. That's you." She was driven through the city where she had a chance to look around. There weren't many people about. All the women had long dresses in different colors, and she even saw some handmaids, and I quote, "walking 2 by 2. She also observed that the stores had no lettering, no words, just pictures. Aunt Bee took her to the chapel because they were late, and it was time for the Thanksgiving ceremony. 2 words. Aunt Dove had explained to her what the ceremony was, but since she was only half listening anyway, she forgot. Nicole sees everyone paired up like her. Someone her age in a pearl outfit and one Aunt Bee's age standing next to her, and I quote, "Right up front there was a big gold-framed baby Nicole picture," which did not cheer me up at all. Like, how weird would that be? You walk into this sacred space and there's a picture of you on the wall? As a baby, no less? Weird. She decided, since everyone was smiley and seemed happy, that maybe it wouldn't be so bad. Aunt Lydia walks up to the pulpit. She thanked all the Pearl Girls for their success in the field. Now that they had fulfilled their missionary work, they were full aunts with all the privileges that come with it. They said she asked everyone to present their pearls they brought back. "Canada first," she says. Aunt Beatrice brought Nicole up front, made a little speech, and pushed Nicole down in a kneeling position. Lydia welcomed her and spouted some Latin at her, and everyone else in the room echoed, and I quote, "What am I doing here?" I thought. "This place is weird as fuck." I love how she was like, "They're all so happy, maybe it won't be that bad." And then as soon as she was forced to kneel, she's like, "What the fuck is this cult?" Alright, well, that is the end of Pearl Girls, section 16. Thanks for watching this episode of The Testament. Nicole is now in Gilead. Lydia's plan is actually coming together. Next up, we have section 17, Perfect Teeth. Wanna wager a guess what happens in that section? I am the inconsistent reader, and as always, make good choices.